Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everybody. Welcome to week two, final day of week two of the season four of Link to the Past Randomizer League. Today we got Willard J. Bradley of WJPDTB against Solski of PugTrio, and I'm joined by my co-commentator Bruce Fan JP of said WJPDTB. How you doing, JP?
Doing all right. Know both these runners pretty well. This is going to be a very interesting race. I remember when the reveal stream happened. One of the first things that happened afterwards was Solski called Willard out, and he said he wants to play him. So
Oh,
we're getting this match.
we it's happening already in week two, so what do you know about this mode we're playing? It's called Bad Keys, or All Dungeon Keys. Why don't you tell us about that?
Basically, it's the same as standard all dungeon keys. Basically, they have to complete all the dungeons, including Aga 1 and Aga 2. And they have to, of course, defeat Ganon. So all 10 dungeons plus Ganon plus both Agas. All the keys are scattered, which is what our prediction's about. If you want to get that in quick before that ends, you only got a few seconds left. But basically, the only difference between this is that the two keys for Castle Tower are guaranteed to be in Castle Tower. That's the only difference between this and normal all dungeons keys.
Nice, you don't have to hunt for those. Looks like we're underway though.
And both starting in Link's house, just a piece of hearts. Very similar start.
Yeah, pretty standard start here. Gonna get a tree pull. Check out what the uncle has for us.
Oop, Willard got hit.
Yeah, he's got bushes here he could use.
Just small magic. Though it looks like the guards are in a bomb pack. Though you have to go, I think, 4 prizes in to get the bombs. Uncle just has a compass for swamp. Compasses in normal all dungeons keys don't really still have much value, but those compasses will have some value when we get to week 7.
Randomizer, when the bosses are shuffled, the compass will tell you what boss is in the dungeon. That's gonna be nice.
Looks like both of them are going to save and quit out. I think Willard's trying to get this bomb pack, but unfortunately won't. Though there's plenty of money in the sanctuary to buy bombs, 300 rupees.
Yeah, both runners kind of doing the same route here. Willard's trying to get that 8-pack of bombs. I believe that would be the next drop from filling out the guard, so he's working on that.
And this is good game knowledge, and if he can get the bomb pack, that'll be a nice prize for him. Though the money crab has red rupees.
The
Jeez.
pack got reset.
Yeah, I think the pack got reset. So, yeah, he's not going to get lucky there. Ooh, a sword on Lumberjack. So, that's actually interesting for this mode. Knowing that both Castle Tower keys are in Castle Tower, if you get early boots, that sword is actually tempting.
Yeah. Okay, we got Ether and the drop down is Lost Woods. Solski really farming up those 20 rupees out the bush crab.
I think we're going to see an early play to Solski's favorite NPC in this game as Willard finds the flute. But I think we're going to see an early Zora play from Solski.
Leah Willard finally getting the information about the bush crabs. Nice bonus drop from the bush crab there with the 8-bomb back.
Yeah, that's something that Solski did not get from the bush crabs, so Willard's going to have bombs going into Cackle, Solski will not. That's a little bit of a nice early edge for Willard. Though, of course, Solski has that sword knowledge in Lumberjack. And Stolsky is having some fun with us, I think.
That's just Sulky being Sulky. Alright. Here's our first check of blind sellers. Sulky estimates will get a compass. 50 rupees. 1 key. Ooh, arrow small. That's interesting.
Not much else, just that hair is small.
See the back of the tavern. There's the moon pearl.
Solstice's gonna buy some bombs with plenty of money. Got one of our first maps to Ice Palace. Maps aren't as important in this mode since you have to clear all the dungeons, but you still could be good info. Oh, there's some half magic.
Okay, so just the 1 key in the blind hunt category goes well today, so. And the map from the bottom. Oh, that's not a very useful map at all.
Yeah, we've seen the Moon Pearl here, but not much else so far. A key here, and oh, we got the Hera small key, but let's see. No real indication on which way the game wants you to go just yet.
You see the Hyrule small castle key too.
Interesting, because it does mean the friend of Hyrule Castle will be in Logic. I think Solskjaer's got to be careful. He's going to keep trying to blow that flute and switching items because he's now got bombs that he can drop.
Library. Oh, there's some more money in the library. Probably won't be back for that though.
Nope, we're never getting that money. We're going straight for the race game. You see this a little more commonly in Key Sanity because it's more likely that there's going to be something on the race game. And race game has a key. Okay, we're gonna grab that. Nice pass. Okay, that's a good, decent key to get.
We're just gonna head right into the desert at Palace area. Check this out of the way. Check for a Gina.
And Solsky dodges the duck.
Yeah, he was gonna skip that, but he's like, oh, I better grab that key.
Yeah, you can't leave random keys lying around. Gina's got the cape. Ooh. That puts an early Aga play as a bigger possibility. Now, one thing about this Fad Keys mode is that with the Aga Tower keys guaranteed in Aga Tower, it's potentially a little more likely you're going to have Aga Seeds to get to the Dark World.
Well, there's a big key. Hera big key.
Okay. You have the flute to go up the mountain, but if we need the Mire or the hammer and hookshot to get to Hera. And even then, you'd still need either the hammer or a sword to clear Hera.
Yeah, there's no weapon to kill Moldorm yet, so So underwater revive blue mail. Gonna grab it.
You only have 3 hearts. You're taking that for sure. Now Willard's down to 3 bombs, but he's gonna. Oh, he remembers the 8-bomb pack. If he can get through the crab's pack, there it is.
Yes. Very nice. Very nicely done there. Sometimes those crabs can get away from you, and you just nothing you can do about it.
Solski's just gonna continue to buy bombs, but with money not an issue, this isn't a big deal.
1, 2, 3 bombs for 4 gold orbs. Pretty good. Shield. You got another key. First key to pod. There's a bottle. Apples and another map. The Hera. Seen lots of Hera items so far.
Yeah, really want to go to this game. Really wants to send us to Hera.
He gotta give us items to send to Hera. More than just the keys.
Yeah, Willard's gonna go check the bottle right away.
Yeah, flute in hand. This is a quick check.
Ooh, that's a nice pickup.
Okay, so we are a hammer away from being able to do Hera, but we're gonna go wrap the mountain anyway. Or nope, he's gonna do Ice Mine Cave. Just kidding.
Willard playing Dodge the Crab, one of the most dangerous games in early game.
Not as much worry with Blue Mail. They only do 1 heart instead of 2. And gets the heart piece and gets that 4th heart.
So where is Willard gonna go next? He looks like he's gonna make a Zora play. Or maybe a hobo play first. Or is he just gonna check the island? No, just check the island, which has another key.
So you got the Moon Pearl. This is a good check to do. See what we can get out of logic here in the waterfall fairy. We got 20 rupees and Bob. And a red potion. So let's keep picking up his blue shot. Blue shot. The blue shot. Yeah, that's the hook shot blue combo.
I'm having trouble picturing that one.
So Solski's headed up the mountain now, and Willard jumps out of the water. Now he's gonna take the long way around.
Yeah, that was not intentional.
Scamfish just a scam today. Oh,
I think Willard's gonna check Saharsla. Because I think Solski might be a little. I don't know. I don't know if he's lost or he's just blowing his flute randomly.
well, he is out of bombs, so he's been setting bombs trying to figure out where he's at. I think he might be a bit lost.
Up, he's out.
Okay. We got a green pendant and Turtle Rock. Ew.
Ugh, that's not a one you want to see a green pendant on because That ice rod's potentially could be much worse now.
And if you like 20 rupees, go to the next Saha's hut. There were 3 of them. Okay, Willard says, I'm gonna go up the mountain now. Do have a key inside Spectacle Rock. Yeah, and he is out of bomb, so he's not gonna be able to bomb jump back over. So he's gonna have to take the long way around, but he is gonna jump down there. Not a huge time loss, just a little inconvenient. Or he's just gonna save and quit.
Interesting. He's gonna go right back to the mountain?
I
No.
believe he's going to buy bombs and head up the mountain.
Oh yeah, he's out of bombs. Good play.
Willard have a little bit easier time in that dark cave rescuing the old man. So he's gonna be okay.
Solski's heading. Looks like he's gonna make a Zora play.
Unfortunately, the big flipper didn't really pay off with anything today.
Well, we did not see Hobo.
That is true. We didn't see Hobo. So, just line yourself up. Perfect spot. You can bomb jump that huge gap. Nicely done.
And Hobo has a piece of heart. So yes, the fake flipper not paying off.
It's nice when it does, but kind of feels bad when it doesn't.
So we're heading into Paradox Cave. Got 7 items here, plus Spiral Cave. Other than that, though, I think the only other thing we have the front of Hyrule Castle. Whatever you can access in Eastern as well. That's about it after this. Well, there's a glove. Doesn't really open anything by itself right now, but it's an item closer to Dark Worlds. I guess it does open the back of Escape. Oh, okay, there's Dark World access.
Just both gloves sit in Paradox Cave. And a sword. Just for good measure.
So yeah, we have limited Dark World access. That's not full Dark World access because we don't have a logical way to East Dark World just yet. So that basically means you only get to go into the CAC portal, but those gloves are nice because that also means that we'll check Dark Death Mountain while he's up here.
Yeah, shot in hand, check Hookshot Cave and Super Cave, and get your Turtle Rock information.
And Solski putting off Eastern Death Mountain, but he's going to go into the front of Escape, which, because of that small key's in Logic, there's the big key to Turtle Rock.
Yeah, it's good to find outside of GT.
Yeah, with the Hyrule Castle small, both chests down, or normally this chest would be the only one that's in Logic, but with the Hyrule Castle small key found, the 2 chests that are deeper here are also in Logic now.
And you got 2 checks here. Super Buddy Game. Get a piece of heart and a full heart.
Looks like we got hearts for the stun prize. Mushroom. That's interesting. I'll have to wait and see if that's useful. Well, Hookshot Cave. Not looking good. Not good.
Not at all good.
So Willard's gonna peek at the Turtle Rock Medallion, and then we'll probably save and quit after that. And it's ether that we do already have.
Meanwhile, Solsky finding another bottle there in Zelda's cell. Looks like he's gonna death or maybe attempt Dark Cross.
Yeah, he's probably going for Dark Cross, which unfortunately, I mean, he could definitely do this, but unfortunately, he doesn't have that sword from Death Mountain to make this easier.
Meanwhile, Will is going to the back of the escape here.
Alright, and here we got a small key to Pod, 10 arrows, and a small key to GT. And it looks like Willard's also going to go for Dark Cross.
So bear with us. We got double dark screens here, but I swear they're there. So yeah, Willard's got the sword, so he's gonna be able to make his way through. Hopefully, a little bit better. Gets the key rat for the key. Just bombs it.
Oh, Solsky's going for the full dark, back through the dark net, the full dark escape.
Okay.
So he's playing for a glove in the back of escape. Unfortunately for him, they're both up on Death Mountain.
So kind of a virtual high five here in escape as Willard finds the bombs, then Dark Cross, and presumably gonna head to the village of Outcast. Solsky making use of that gold B.
It's very possible they walked right over each other's paths, but we'll never know because it was dark in those rooms. Yeah, it looks like this is going to be Willard going into the Dark World now. Solsky's got to make his way up Death Mountain and get those gloves. He also does have that mushroom, though. He might turn that in right now and do a reset if it's nothing. So this is this is the one thing Solsky did find an escape. Or yeah, an escape. So is it valuable? Nope. Oh, he's not. Yeah. Okay.
There's see some play from Willard. Just gonna only check the front for it. Don't have the big key yet.
Small to Mire, not exactly the most exciting small key. Solsky, he hasn't checked Saharsla yet, so that'll be his first check, and then we'll see if he goes to Eastern after that. We're trying to be careful, but he does have to take some damage if he's playing at Death Warp. Ooh.
Hello.
Okay, that's a nice find with boots. That's time that Willard's going to be gaining on Solsky now.
And Solsky is gonna make the play into Eastern Palace here.
And we know Solsky's not going to find his Dark World access here, but he could still find, like, the hammer. could end up finding the lamp here, and he might decide to make the Aga play. We'll have to see. Willard gets another Mire small.
Yeah, let's another sword shows up here at Eastern.
Oh yeah, you're right. He also needs a sword still. We need the sword and lamp.
There's the powder there in the C-shaped house, though. So, mushroom turret's not gonna hurt Solsky here.
Looks like Willard is gonna check Skull Woods, or maybe not. No, he's gonna check Bumper Ledge. He does have that cape. By the way, we can confirm Eastern's a crystal based on the C on Solsky's tracker. Not just Solsky's tracker, but the Solsky's game feed.
We do find a small key there on Bumper Ledge, so just gonna go ahead and pick that up. You don't know, it could be the swamp small. We need that.
Oh, close. That's Skull Woods.
It's actually a really good place to find that, right by Skullwoods.
Yeah, it'll help with your Skull Woods routing. Unfortunately for Solsky, though, nothing really needs to. He's only got one more chest he can check, and it's out of logic. So far, Willard's route's paying off a little bit better, but remember, it is all dungeons, so there's still a lot of time for things to change. And Willard takes the hand elevator out, as Solsky finds nothing in that last chest. And looks like nothing in the front of Skull Woods either.
See if Willard continues to the back or he just heads to the... Nope, he is gonna check the big key chest here in Skull Woods. And Solsky finally makes his way up the mountain. Another TR small.
So nothing in the front of Thieves Town, nothing in Skull Woods as far as we can tell. Looks like you gotta start heading towards the south, towards Dig Game, Stumpy, Hype Cave. But we're gonna find something soon, because we're running out of spots in Logic. Actually, no, we have Mire area too.
Yep, we got Mire. Willard's got the Bonk Rocks to do. King's Tomb.
Okay, we have more than I thought.
He might take the Smith with him too, before he gets to the other areas in South Dark World.
Now, Solsky picks up his mitts, he's got Dark World access. We're just doing Dig Game first. Still might pick up Smith, but you gotta do Dig Game first if you're gonna do it, because if you have any NPC follower, the NPC for the Dig Game will not let you do the game.
That's cheating. You're not allowed to have more than one person dig. Ooh!
Okay, there's a nice find.
Okay.
That opens up a few more things. That finally lets us get to Hera. I think Willard's undecided what he wants to do.
He was like, no, oop, ah. So I think he's going to check these couple checks, maybe go back up north. Because now he can just do the Smith chain without taking them everywhere.
Yeah, I don't think he's planning to do Smith Chain now, because if he was, he would have gone up and done it at
That's
first.
yeah.
Because especially since he's going to be heading by Hype Cave in a second here. And that's an opportune time to turn in the purple chest. Yeah, Willard is heading over towards Hype Cave. We'll see what he does at. Well, he probably also will check the. He'll probably also check the bomb vendor and get. Well, no, actually, he might not because it's all dungeons key sanity. That information isn't necessarily as required. It's nice, but not as required. And we got heart container, small key to skull, more rupees, a small key to pod, and a map.
Okay, so that's 3 pod smalls. Of course, you can't really get to pod yet, logically. But...
Alright. Yeah, Willard's not gonna even bother with the bomb vendor. He's just gonna mirror away and flute away. Let's see where he goes. I think he's thinking Hera. Or maybe not. He's gonna check my area. That actually makes sense with the Mire, because he can't full clear desert yet because he doesn't have a fire source. But he can do a lot of checks here. We'll also get our other medallion info, which is Ether. So, double Ether.
Nothing doing in the miner shed, then.
So, Willard could enter Mire if he wants. Don't know if I like that play right now, but it is an option. He also has the front of deserts. That's all available. Well, not all available. He can only actually check 2 spots in the front of deserts.
See what he's opting to do here. He is gonna go in the mire.
Interesting. And Solsky's joining Willard in the Mire area. We'll see if he makes the same decision. Solsky does not have... Actually, oh no, yeah, Solsky can get into Mire because he has Hookshot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Willard's going to do Desert and then Mire. So, Willard can check lose the map chest and the torch here. And then in Mire, he'll have, I believe, 4 items he can check.
That's a key.
4th
Okay.
pod.
I'll check a desert.
Okay. Add 2 checks to Mire.
Very heads up play there from Willard. Solsky just gonna go right into mire first.
Yeah, Solsky doesn't have the Mire, so he has to basically go into Mire. He has no desert access right now.
That's a good point.
And of course, Willard's going to have boots through Mire, so Willard might even overtake Solsky here. Yeah, I mean, for Willard, he's making a lot of plays that are working out for him. Solsky's not so much. Solsky doesn't have any Mire keys yet, so he's got to play this normally. When you come into Mire, you like to have 1 small key at least, because then you can do the left side first, which is more optimal. Ooh, we got a big key to Mire.
Oh.
Okay, so that's going to be 7 items we can see in here. Oh, and an ice rod. You're a little relieved to see that, knowing Turtle Rock's a pendant.
Yeah, that's a big find right there.
So, we're almost able to clear Mire, but still need the Skeena Samaria. Solski's going to just grab the key here. He can't do anything more. He has no fighter source. So he only has the lobby chest and the compass chest, I believe, that he can check.
And the big key. The big chest.
Oh yeah, right, the big chest. Let's see if this lamp's going to pay off for Willard. Small key to GT. Not really.
No.
So Solski's not missing out on anything by not having the lamp, right? Actually, no, he is missing the ice rod. I misspoke there.
Oh, that's right, yeah. That was Spider Lock.
But that's not the worst. Oh my god!
Oh my goodness. A vanilla cane.
This is, a little ridiculous. Okay, so if you're Willard in this situation after you get this big key and then the cane of Samaria, what do? Do you attempt to clear Mire right now?
You got the cape. I think you do.
Oh, I hope he doesn't leave because of that. Now he's going back in.
I mean, I would think he'd have to try.
Solski's trying. Now, with Fighter Sword, you can do Fighter Sword spins to damage. But this is going to be a long fight. I mean, I can't disagree with the play. I think it's a good attempt to do here. Ooh, man, this is... Yeah, I agree with Check. Get your popcorn ready.
Yeah. This is one spicy mire.
Now, they both do have a red potion. They both got a red potion from Waterfall Fairy. And Willard has powder, so he can powder an anti-fairy, too, to get his health back.
Yeah, Willard is sitting on more hearts at the moment, too, so we'll see if that comes into play. Okay, Solski's going to use the bombs here to start.
And that's a good point by chat, too. If you're rooting for Solski, you almost... I always hate to root for a runner to fail, but in a way, that Ice Rod sitting in left side Mire, if Solski beats this, does he come back?
That's a good point.
This is... Let's see how Solski does. I don't want to root either way.
Yeah. Okay, Solski's breaking out the cape. Two little eyeballs left.
He's making some very good use of that cape. Ooh, he's out.
Okay, one more. Okay, now comes the tough part.
I forget, is this 16 or 32 spins?
Oh, it's a lot. It feels like it's more than Ganon.
Oh! Oh.
You hate to see that.
I don't think Solski's going back in. He's done.
Yeah.
Which, at the end of the day, this actually might be good for Solski. Even though he lost some time on that video attempt, he's gonna come back hopefully before going to TR now, and might get that. He'll get that ice rod hopefully. So he definitely feels terrible right now, but he might actually benefit from it.
We'll get that red potion ready. Uses it. Ooh.
And Ward's being very careful. He's out of magic, down to 5 hearts. He's got 32 spins to do on Vidi after getting these eyeballs down, too. Oh, ooh.
Oh
Oh,
no, that is such a typical fight. Ugh.
yeah, I think Willard's out too at this point.
Yeah, he's saving quit. That is so hard. That might be one of the hardest fights in the game, Fighter Sword Pitchius, but really
Yeah,
no other way.
yeah, that's just rough. So they both probably feel pretty bad right now, but at the end of the day, it's basically a wash.
Okay, now here's a question for you. Since Willard has the boots, he doesn't know what's on Lumberjack. Would you do Aga Tower for that sword and go back to Vinny?
I wouldn't do Aga Tower just for the sword to do Vidi. Um, but if I see the sword at that lumberjack, I am I'd be very tempted to honestly do Aga Tower right now, especially since I'm on a fighter sword, because a sword upgrade saves you so much time.
I think Willard's gonna check Lumberjack right now.
Yeah, we'll see what Willard does. He's gonna definitely check the Bonkrox and King's Tomb. And probably Graveyard Ledge. But it would not surprise me to see Willard do Aga right now. Because it's not really going to be wasted time for him, especially if he decides to, say, loop the front of Escape in, which actually doesn't have anything, but he might think that might be his thought process. Do the front of Escape into Aga Tower, get yourself a sword at the very worst. Like, if I was at this point and I had Tempered Sword, I don't do it for that sword, but at Fighter Sword, I'm really tempted for it.
You get another bottle out of Punk Rock, so that's number 3.
Oh, Chad also brings up a good point. The Aga play also gives you East Side Dark World access.
That's a very good point, yes.
Now remember, this is Fad keys, which means the Aga Tower keys are vanilla. So, don't have to look for them. Solsky is out of Skull Woods to the save and quit. Let's see what he does next. He's grabbing a potion. Gonna fill his magic. Is he thinking Ice Palace?
Cameraless Ice Palace would be pretty saucy.
I'm trying to think why. I guess he could just be filling his magic. No, he's just filling his magic. Okay. No, Willard's actually going to go for the bomb jump here and gets a first try. So Willard's not thinking Aga.
No. He is taking catfish, though.
Now, Solsky is finally doing some Village of Outcasts checks. If he goes into Thieves Town, he'll get boots. If he does the dig game, he'll get his mirror. And there's also some powder sitting here for him. Oh!
Oh boy.
Depending on where the flippers are, the seed might have wanted you to do Aga.
That's a very good point. If Flippers were sitting in pod at this point, then yeah, this was an Agaseed.
Now, not as big of a deal in this mode since it's all dungeons anyway, but still, it's always interesting to look at that logic and realize, oh, I was supposed to do Aga to get over here.
We see some crystal information. 5-6 as Skull Woods look like.
Yeah, as Chad points out, that hammer is in logic because we can do Aga. So we're not out of logic, just Willard skipped part of the logic.
Yeah.
And Willard is gonna Mire, so is he gonna just do the front of escape or is he gonna do Aga?
Maybe both.
He's doing the back or the front first. Well, Solski's got his boots and he's leaving. I mean, there was nothing down here. The only thing down here was the mushroom, which led to nothing. So Solstice's gonna gain back a little bit of time here. It's got a minute. Let's also remind everyone to make sure to give our runners a follow, as they're putting on a good show for us here today. And also give a shout out to our tracker, Sokol, who is clicking the buttons behind the scenes to light up all the icons. Solsky sees the key. The bird bullied him a little bit, but not too bad. Okay, is Willard going to climb?
Nope.
He's not.
He might turn in that mushroom right away, though.
Or no, okay, this makes sense. He's just gonna go around.
Oh.
I'm actually not sure if this is... Willard, what are you doing? Like, he just seems indecisive right now.
Like,
what's he doing?
Oh, did he want magic?
I think he needed magic to get through the barrier.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's what he was doing. All right, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, he's gonna do Aga. He's gonna get that Master Sword.
And he's got that hair. Which makes escape a little easier, anyway. And oops, there's a nice ball magic for him.
We're getting some new checks over on Solski's side, getting the Smith chain. Now, this is another kind of scary moment for Solski. Willard hasn't done the Smith chain yet, and Solski potentially is going to be isolating these hammer pegs.
So Solski might check magic bat here.
We have not seen Magic Bat either. And the Smiths are actually a scam today. You have to pay 10 rupees for that rupee.
The Smith's just taking some lessons from Zora. Not gonna check magic bat just yet. Gonna opt to go for the more dense play of the purple chest K45 Stumpy Hype Cave.
Yeah, I'm going to get a quick prediction in for blue balls. This is going to be really quick, so get your guesses in quick. You got 30 seconds if you want to put some points on the line.
Very unique seed, I would say. Let's call it unique.
Good. Well, I was gonna say good point value on 3 or fewer, but somebody just put a big guess in. Meanwhile, purple chest had just 20 rupees. All right, here we go with Aga. Is Solsky gonna check the first chests of Swamp?
Kind of hard to without flippers.
Oh, yeah. There's our first blue ball, by the way. Oh, I guess there's a second. Sorry, I missed one.
Closely's gonna find out quickly. Oh, I don't have flippers. Oops.
Oh. Meanwhile, we're up to 3 on Willard's side. And there's 4.
Oh boy.
Now remember, this is seeded, so they'll both get the same as we get to 5. A little kinder now. And looks like 5. So Willard now has Aga done, and he'll have to remember that whenever he saves and quits from now on.
Now he will turn in the mushroom.
Also, good opportunity to pick up some potions. I was bringing up he might be thinking Ice Palace, which no big key, so it's not all in logic, but you could do everything except the big chest. And looks like this is a Hera play. Willard's not picking up that sword immediately. But if it's a Hera play, it doesn't make much of a difference because you've got the hammer.
And hook shot in hand, you can easily get by everything, so shouldn't be too much. But oh, he's going to Spike Cave.
Oh, that can make sense too. I don't know what Solsky was thinking there. He might have been thinking Hera, but he's got no hammer. No, if he was thinking Hera, he could have just mirrored up there. We're at 50. We're nearing a 53-minute mark, and we have no dungeons done. So at this point, I think the only dungeons that can complete are Hera and Ice Palace out of logic. That's actually it. Actually, you go back to Mire. You can. Okay, that is true. I'm sorry. Castle Tower does kind of count.
Yeah. I guess I'll give it to you. Solsky's setting up a water walk, looks like.
Which will get him to the hammer.
Oh. And then just ruins it by walking down the line. Or he was making sure he had it. Okay.
Yeah, he was just making sure he had it.
Get a key. To rock.
Is that our 4th TR small?
Yes.
That's scary for Fire Rod.
And I forgot we had the small and big keys already for Hera, so we can full clear Hera.
Yeah, Solsky going for catfish. He'll get his hammer.
As Willard takes his coffee break, quite literally, and put away here. There's the hammer.
You get burned by catfish so many times. You're like, okay, this is nothing. I'm just gonna do it, and bye bye. Wait, that's actually something. All right, is hair basement worth it? Yes.
Yeah.
I guess it partially depends on where the other bow is, but that's a nice find.
Here comes the hairpot. Perfect.
I think Solsky's thinking the Aga. Yeah, Solsky knows that sword is at Lumberjack, so Solsky's gonna make the Aga play now too.
Oh no. Willard got bullied by the energy ball there at the top.
I mean, at least he got the chest. And Solsky just wants to burn it all down. This is the one thing that is kind of nice about this mode, is that if there is something that's provisionally useful on Lumberjack, you can go for it and not take as much of a risk here.
Three hammer hits the Bulldorp's tail. Will take down Bulldorp and complete dungeon of the seed. 56 minutes.
Fire rod right here.
And Harris appended today, so again, not really that important, but ooh, unfortunate head rock there. Wrong time. Okay, now we're moving across. Willard thinking about going into TR here?
I think so. Now, this is, I kind of, in this situation, I would kind of wish they'd picked up the sword before coming up here, but I don't know if he was thinking about this before. But he did just get the 4th TR small, so... And he's already checked everything else up here, so this has to be a TR play.
He does have the picky as well, so...
I can't clear this without the fire rod, but the fire rod could easily be in here.
I say full clear, I can't do the right side of it.
Yeah, he can't do the right side, and he can't kill Tyrannix. Oh, okay. This actually confirms that the seed did want you to kill Aga before the end of the seed. Those flippers are hammerlocked.
Yep.
Now, unfortunately, Solsky has not been in desert, so he doesn't have the lamp, so... And he doesn't have a fire rod either, so he can't even light torches. And he's probably, I think he's in the worst room right now for Dark Aga. We got these pits, yeah. But I think he's out of it. Yeah. He's through the worst room. He's just got to get the key in this next room. and then he's out of the dark rooms.
Nicely done there by Solsky. Willard not taking any chances here. Just gonna use Ether. Smash the Pokey with the hammer.
Yeah, on Fighter Sword, you really don't have... I guess you could use Ice... Oh, there's the Master Sword. I was gonna say, you could have used the Ice Rod, too, on those Pokies. I think they do similar damage to Fire Rod. But, well, there's a Master Sword. That'll help.
Yeah, I've used the Ice Rod at a Pokey before. It takes about one hit at a time. So it's not really the ideal. And that seems to be a better way. So, yeah, finding another sword here in Turtle Rock's pretty nice. So,
Yeah, Willard could still... Yeah.
That's gonna be his tempered on Lumberjack Ledge now, so that's pretty good.
Item-wise, yeah, we're just looking for a Fire Rod. But key-wise, we still need a lot.
Yeah, it's been pretty dry key seed.
We need Eastern Big, Desert Big, Pod Big, Thieves Big, and the GT Big. And the Swamp Small.
And Ice Palace Small, there. Mimic Cave.
To answer a question in chat, we're fighting it again for two reasons. One, it's technically logically required. And two... Oh yeah, two is all dungeons. There's actually three, I guess. And three, because there's a sword on Lumberjack. So not a required Lumberjack, but it's still a nice thing to get, especially in all dungeons. Willard is almost out of checks in here. He's got Laser Bridge, and that's it if he wants to find a Fire Rod. Solsky's through the Aga fights. Let's see what Solsky's plan is. Looks like he's going straight for that sword. Oh, Willard on Laser Bridge. Single arrow. Quake, which is useless. Red mail, okay. That's something. And a small key to pod. So, not what you were hoping for, but those flippers are interesting. They could still lead you to the Fire Rod.
Yep, so we're still looking for the Swamp Small, so we can't do Swamp. 5 small pod keys, though. That could lead them toward pod area.
Yeah, I think with that, especially with that bow, yeah, he's going to pod. You've got pod and Eastern you can combo. You've got a lot of checks. Like, Willard can get 13 items from pod plus another 4 in Eastern. Though we already know the 4 in Eastern aren't anything. Or he's not interested in that. I think he might be doing a hobo check. Solsky's gonna check Spike Cave. We've already seen this. I think it was just a piece of heart.
Yep.
We're checking Hobo. We've already seen this. It's a piece of heart. Thanks, Solsky, for the double heart beeps. Oh, there's also a key on the island. Willard's gonna go pick up.
Solsky might be thinking Turtle Rock as well here. He's running to a Spring Cave. Or Hera.
Well, he's only got 3 keys, and that small key ends up being nothing. Willard's going to Ice Palace. I would have honestly grabbed that Temper Sword if you're thinking Ice Palace. One thing about that sword is that there's no real convenient time at this point. It's like, I guess you kind of do have to go out of your way a little bit to grab it, because you've already checked Bonk Rocks and King's Tomb. You've already done everything, and like, I guess the next convenient time would be if you go to clear Skull Woods or Thieves Town. And I did say that Quake was useless, but Willard's making use of it. Yeah, Willard's got more than enough to handle this dungeon. He'll be fine.
Yeah. He's already got both small keys anyway, so...
Now, because he does not have the big key, he has to hit the switch. Otherwise, he won't be able to complete the dungeon. But this does feel like a Fire Rod and Ice Palace seed right now. Solsky's got Moldorm down. We'll see if Solsky goes to check the basement and get that bow. So we get a big key to GT, which is really good. We don't know our pendant dungeons yet. We only know 2 of them, which both of them... Ooh, a book. Interesting. We only know 2 pendants. And we do know Skull Woods is a crystal, so Fire Rod will not be in GT. So I'm just trying to think what potential stuff could be in GT that could still mess us up. If Desert's the last pendant, then the Desert Big Key could be there. I know, yeah, Solsky didn't go downstairs. So he's leaving that bow behind.
That's unfortunate.
Now that's not the worst, depending on where the other bow is. Oh yeah, chat making a good point. Solsky does not have the lamp. He can't do it.
Oh. Fine.
Unfortunately for Solsky, he's isolated a couple important items now.
Yeah.
There's that lamp in Deserts, the ice rod in Mire, the bow in Hera. Like I said, the bow might not be so bad. It depends on where the second bow is, though. The second bow's in GT, that's a problem. If it's somewhere available, then not so bad.
Willard drops in the cold stare.
Yep, he's got his hammer out.
Making good work with the hammer. 1 puff is down. 2 is down.
Oh, that was a little close, but he's fine. Answer another quick question in chat. Solsky did not have the Mire when he checked Mire, so he could not go into Desert at the time.
Yeah, he skipped Village of Outcasts and just went right to Mire. Willard gets another crystal.
We'll just have to wait and see if there's anything in that Ice Palace big chest. Willard's hoping there's not. So, what's your next play, Willard? Now, is he gonna go pick up the sword now? He's going back to Dark World. This might be Smith Chain.
Okay.
Which he can do with the hammer, he can now check Magic Bat and Hammer Pegs. We did see the Smith and the Purple Chest. We get some more info on the Dark World, so we see that... Okay, I think we already had that info, actually, looking at our tracker. Our tracker's on top of these things.
Yeah. Shout out to the tracker, Sokol. Keep it. And the double heartbeats are back.
Now, we did not see Hammer Pegs from Solsky. He did not have the hammer when he did his Smith checks. We got a small key down here. To GT. Okay, that's nothing too important, probably. Lures up to 3 GT smalls. You need 1, maybe 2 for GT if you have to do some searching. Yeah, we're gonna get the Magic Bat check. We've had this powder for... I feel like 50 minutes at this point.
Magic Bat versus us with 50 bucks.
So Willard's gonna turn in this purple chest, get nothing. He does have the book, so he might stay in Dark World to turn it in, and rather than fluting. Yep, that's exactly what he's gonna do.
Oh no, he left the purple chest behind.
Yeah, for anybody who's not seen this before, it's a nice little glitch you can do with the purple chest. See, the game kind of remembers where the purple chest is, and Willard is going to run over to where Gary would be in the light world, Mire, and for a split second it thinks you have the purple chest, so you can turn it in and get the item.
This is probably going to be the Bombos tablet trick, I assume. Go.
Yep. And Solsky is heading to Ice Palace. Meanwhile, Willard finds a piece of heart.
Where is that fire rod?
Where are our big keys?
Where are the big keys? Willard's like, okay, let's go back to Vinny.
Yeah, Willard's gonna run back to Vidi as Solsky's gonna go check through Ice Palace, which we've already seen on Willard's side. No big key, so Solsky will also be leaving the big chest behind.
Answer a question in chat. Willard's missing the sword off of Jack Ledge. Solsky picked that up almost immediately after doing Castle Tower. Willard has yet to pick it up. If he does, I can't imagine he would.
He might just be hoping to find a sword along the way. Though it is kind of surprising. He did Aga and never went and grabbed a sword. I don't think it's cost him any time so far, but maybe a little time on Cold Stare, but not like so much that he's hurting for it.
I would say the death on bidding would have been a little bit costly, but Solsky did the same thing, so it was kind of a wash.
Yeah, and that was before they'd either have done did Lumberjack, so yeah, that one was a wash. Though I'm pretty sure they both feel pretty bad about it. Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking that Pod's got to be the play because you got 13 items. Actually, no, only 12 items in Pod. You don't have a big key. I said 13 earlier, but you can't get either the big chest or the boss. So 12 items in Pod plus 4 he doesn't know in Eastern that we do know. But he's just gonna take out Vidi with Cape, Master Sword, arrows. This is much easier this time.
Yeah. There we go.
And it was $20.
What a crystal.
Yeah, did we get a crystal or a pendant from Ice?
I think it was a crystal.
Okay. So our last pendant is either desert or swamp.
You kind of rooting for swamp to be the pendant. Well,
Here's the thing. Regardless of which one it is, there's a potentially bad key that could be in GT.
yeah, I was about to say you don't want to see the desert big key in GT, but then I remember the small key to GT.
Yeah, small key to swamp or big key to desert could be in GT depending on which of them is the pendants.
Here's the play in the House of Darkness on Willer's side. As Solsky is taking on Cold Stare, should be a little bit easier with the Tempered Sword, I would think.
Yeah, Solsky will save a little time on that fight with that Tempered Sword. Solsky's got his second... Well, actually, that's his first crystal. Third dungeon, but first crystal. Alright, so what's Pod been holding?
Got probably small keys. You don't have to worry about burning any keys here.
As long as you do the hammer jump.
As long as you do the hammer jump. Yep.
Now, what is Solsky thinking? Oh, we got a big key to Pod.
Okay, well...
That's the second big key that's been in this dungeon. Oh, he's going for Ether Tablet. We haven't seen Ether Tablet.
It'd be nice of him to do the Hera base right here, too, to get that bow, but...
He still doesn't have a fire source.
He still doesn't have a fire source, so... Okay, well... So Willard's going to be able to clear out Pod here. Hopefully we find some more good items along the way.
There's a 6th Pod small, so this is totally in logic. Solsty's going back to... He's gonna do Bombos, probably, and he might go into Swamp again.
There's a map to rock, and we got... See... Oh, I thought Willard might have just taken down Helm's and come back in, but...
That is an option. But not as big of a deal with the beer in hand. And Solski's heading back to his portal. I think he's gonna try the first chest of swamp again.
With flippers this time.
Another big key. Oh, you didn't want to see that one.
No.
You've done ice. You don't want to see that big key now. I mean, you knew it was somewhere out there because ice is a crystal, but still.
Having all 6 keys in hand, he no longer has hand. But he's gonna do it anyway.
Now he only has 5. We know where all 6 are, but
oh, okay.
And nope, not the first chest up swamp. There's a small key to swamp.
There it is.
Solsti's gonna find that probably pretty quickly here because it looks like he's going to pod 2 as we find another big key to swamp.
Well,
I think we should go to swamp.
not a ton of items in pod, but lots of keys. And now you can get your predictions in chat. Where are we gonna find first, the Eastern Palace big key or the Thief South big key?
Oh, that's right. No, Solski can't finish this. He doesn't have the bow out of Hera. He'll get both the swamp keys, but without the bow from Hera, he cannot finish this.
Well, this small key was in the big chest.
But
so,
the
yeah.
the pod big key was not bow locked, so.
Yeah. Right. There's this rupees out of the basement. Willard's going in to fight Helmasaur.
We're going for hammer strats. I think he extended the hammer hitbox with a spin speed, and Helmasaur is down. Okay, so we were right. That was a lot of big keys in pod. 3 big keys. We got the pod big, the ice big, and the swamp big. Unfortunately, I mean, the pod big, of course, is great. The swamp big's okay. At least you can get the check while you're there. The ice big is yuck.
So Willard is gonna hit the front of Eastern here. He's like, there's been 2 big keys in vanilla dungeons already. Maybe a 3rd.
We have seen this one at least, and
yeah.
We know there's nothing in here, so Solski's gonna make up a little more time again. Yeah, Solski still has a lot of items pending. They're not necessarily isolated, but kind of out of the way. Bow and Hera basement, Ice Rod on the left side of Mire, Lamp is
Desert.
in deserts. I mean, it's amazing. That lamp, you never didn't think it would be that big of a deal, but look, there it is. That lamp has given Willard a pretty big advantage.
It's been the only fire source for this whole game, so.
Is Willard finally gonna go pick up his tempered sword?
Looks like it.
Yeah, he's finally gonna go get his tempered. So, I think this makes sense because if he's going to swamp, he's got an Argus fight coming, and tempered sword will save a significant amount of time on Argus. Now we will see Solsky either potion glitch or mimic clip to get to the Bowlock side.
He's looking to see if he has potions right now. He does.
So, what we're still looking for go mode. We need the Fire Rod. We need the Eastern Big, the Desert Big, and the Thieves Big. I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
And depending on what desert is, the Desert Big could be in GT. So Solsky is out of pod. He's got the swamp access, so I gotta think he's gonna go to swamp as well. Yep. Looks like Solsky is gonna make his third dip of pod or swamp palace. What do we still have left outside of swamp that we have access to? There's not a lot. Maybe Pyramid Fairy, depending on what the Pyramid Fairy crystals are. Nope, Skullwoods is a Pyramid Fairy crystal, so that's not available yet. Ice Big Chest, oh, don't remind us of that.
Oh no.
Willard's got the Ether Tablet he hasn't been to yet. There's not a lot left, though. I mean, Solsky's got still more checks, since he's isolated some spots, but... Willard is running out of spots. Oh, big key to Eastern, there's 2 new checks. I thought Pyramid Fairy for a second, but Skull Woods is a Pyramid Fairy crystal. So that's Fire Rod locked. Oh yeah, that does answer our prediction. We found the Eastern Palace Big Key first. Unfortunately for Solsky, that's only 1 extra check. Let's see what's on left side swamp. Heart container. And 10 arrows.
So I got plenty of checks here in the swamp.
I got 4 left here. We're probably gonna find something else in swamp. So it'll be fire rise, gonna be thieves big, desert big. We're gonna get a shovel. Oh, we got a big key to thieves. Okay.
Both
So-
in the swamp. Yeah.
So that's that's 2 dungeons coming up here. And a small key to. Okay, that's a good. That's actually a little bit of a relief.
Yeah. So Pod had both swamp, small, swamp, big. Swamp had both these down small and big, and the eastern big. So that's interesting.
So now it's just desert and fire rod. We know fire rod's going to be outside GT, but where we're about to get some important information off this Argus kill. If this is a pendant, then desert big is somewhere outside of GT. If it's a crystal, then that desert big can be in GT. Willard takes out Argus, gets a map, and it's a crystal. Desert's our last pendant.
Okay.
Willard does not have a red crystal yet, so the other red crystal is Eastern Thieves. Yeah, Eastern of Thieves. It's got to be the other red.
Yep.
And so Solski's got Argus down as well. That'll be Solski's 4th dungeon clear. Willard is at 6 dungeon clears right now. And I expect Solski is probably going to go to Thieves Town, because Eastern will only have 1 check for him. So I expect Solski's next play will be Thieves Town.
We got Hugh. Okay, we're getting the big chest at Eastern. We got Shovel.
Well, there's a new check. And Solsti's gonna give us 4 new checks in Thieves Town. So, if you're these runners, if you're at least on Willard's side, Solsti's got more to find. But if you're Willard, you want to see that desert big before you find the fire road.
Yeah, you don't want to have to worry about going to the GT looking for something. First checks to the back thieves. I will get a small key. The desert.
That adds 2 checks, and that adds 2 checks, and that finally might send Solsky to deserts to get his lamp.
Yeah, let's just put another vanilla Bicky in the dungeon desert.
Wow, Willard taking on Armos and a bug net. So Willard probably is now going to head to Thieves Town as well.
Still on the hunt for that fire rod. Really unusual not see it show up anytime soon.
Yeah, the fire rod's got to show up some point soon. I mean, the worst place, I hate to bring this up, but the worst place it could be right now is Ice Palace Big Chest.
Ugh. That's going to be a last location for sure.
That's going to be a last location for both of them. We're going to see some Burnistrats from... Well, probably going to use... Oh no, he's just going to use Burnistrats. This looks like an interesting variation on the coffee break. Does he have enough magic to do this? It's not in Thieves Town. So, yeah, with that desert small, I expect Solsti's going to desert. He's got 4... He's got 4 checks there. Oh, he's also got these, Hammer Pegs and Magic Bat, which we know aren't important. Go ahead and start this prediction. I don't know if this is gonna... This might end really quickly, though. Since this could end quick, I'm only setting it for a minute prediction. But predict what you think is going to be found first, Fire Rod or DP Big Key? I feel like it's more likely to be Fire Rod, but it still could be Desert Big that leads somewhere. Let's see, Solsky... did he check Graveyard Ledge?
I don't believe he did. Willard going for the more conventional blind scripted fight. Oh, Willard checked the Graveyard Ledge. Solsky, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Willard check this, it's nothing. So what will Willard do? Will he take that desert small and check deserts. What else does he have?
Yeah, I think at this point it's just right side desert ice palace big.
If it's Ice Palace big, they are both going to.
Oh, he's
shovel.
a shovel. Yeah.
Okay. Pretty sure we did see checkerboard. There's a big key to deserts.
Okay, so we don't have to go to GT for anything. That's good. It's good news for Will. And also answers our chat prediction.
Yep, desert big found first. That shovel was in the eastern big chest. And Willard is just gonna rush Landmo, see if it's there. If it isn't, he'll come in to check the other chests.
It's Sosky finally getting the lamp out of Desert Palace. Finally has a fire source at the hour and 40 minutes.
And yeah, unfortunately, that lamp ended up being pretty big for Willard. Like, Willard has been able to check some extra stuff. Oh, there's the fire rod.
There it is. Both fire sources in Desert Palace.
So Willard is going to be in Gomo here pretty quickly.
Yeah, this is bad news for Solsky, unfortunately. Looks like Solsky's going to go finish up Mire here.
And unfortunately for that prediction, if Solsky had been a little quicker getting to the right side desert, it might have been a different outcome. But that's Rando for you.
Yep. Hey, good news. We don't have to go back to Ice Palace now.
Willard heading into deserts. And he'll be in go mode in about not even a minute. And we still haven't seen that second bow. Solsky will get his ice rod.
Yeah, with that, not seeing the second bow, the only other bow is in the Hera basement. I don't know when Solsky's gonna go back to that.
It's probably gonna be a while.
And there it is. Willard at 1 hour, 42 minutes, 50 seconds is in go mode.
All he's got to do is flute to 3, complete Skull Woods, climb the mountain, complete Turtle Rock, and then it's straight climb up GT. And I mean, this has just been, I think it's just been a tale of two seeds between these two runners. Willard, he's put together a route that's worked really well for him. He hasn't had to do much in terms of double dips. He's just been very efficient with his clears. He's been finding things efficiently. I mean, I think it's part routing, part luck, I'll say. Like, I mean, there's always a luck element in Rando. Unfortunately for Solsky, it kind of was the opposite. Like, his checks just didn't pay off. And unfortunately, some of that routing it just ended up hurting him because of him leaving some important items behind.
Yeah, make the decision to go to Mire before Village Podcast, not being able to get that mirror. so he couldn't go in the desert when he went to Mire. And then just not having a fire source when he went to Hera. Just unfortunate routing.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's just kind of rando for you, you know? Sometimes that route pays off for Solski and he's in a better shape, but it just didn't today.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Willard is on Mothula. That was a pretty quick fight for a heart piece. And Willard has his 7th crystal. And we have, I was about to say we have a game to play, but we do not. We have no games to play. Willard is not going to be checking anything else.
0. Do I win? Oh well. Alright, here goes the vitreous fight.
Yeah, Solski, unfortunately, without a bow, has to use his tempered sword, but still much easier than fighter swordsman's.
Yeah.
So I expect Solski at this point is going to flute to 3 and go to Skullwoods. Yep. Now, there is still some hope for Solski if the second bow happens to be just sitting out here somewhere. I fully expect it's in GT at this point, but who knows? If it's sitting, like, say, under the bridge in Skullwoods, at least he won't have to go back to Hera.
Yeah, it could be like on the right side of Turtle Rock or something, the Firelight side.
Oh yeah, we haven't seen the Firelock side of Turtle Rock. We're not going to see it from Willard.
Nope.
And that sword from Lumberjack's actually going to play a bit bigger now. Just thinking, since we're not going to see silvers and we're not seeing that 4th sword, in all likelihood, that sword from Lumberjack is one that was really good to get. That's kind of one of the advantages of this week has been those, like I said earlier, those provisional items that you normally wouldn't pick up, they have more... They're I don't know if they have more value, but they're less risky to pick up. Yeah, this is actually, we're winding down week 2 right now. Got this race. I think there's 2 other races that are ongoing to finish up week 2. Next week, we'll move into week 3 of the league, which will be casual boots. Something that's a little bit more standard. Just back to 7-7 defeat Ganon, and you get a sword and boots to start. I'll have to wait and see who's playing for which team. Captain, I know you're down in the, or you're in, I don't want to say down in there, but you're in the open league, so...
Yeah.
Are you playing next week?
I am, yes. Yep, we're up against Acai. Next week I'll be playing sometime. You gonna be playing for your team too?
Yep, I'll be playing for my team next week. As we see Willard taking on Trinix. But yeah, next week, casual boots. We're going to have a lot of... It's going to be a bit of a... I don't want to say a faster week. Well, I mean, going from 7-7 all... Or not 7-7 all dungeons. Going from all dungeons, key sanity, to 7-7 defeat Ganon with boots. Gonna cut these race times down by at least a third.
Oh, you've never seen me play. Wait a minute. Kidding.
What's in this Skullwoods Big? We haven't seen this.
No. Hey, Willard has completed Turtle Rock last session. Just one more to go.
I think Solski's heading up to Turtle Rock. Now Solski does have left side or right side of Turtle Rock to check. That's 2 extra checks. And this would be his best opportunity to go to Hera. This is also Green Pendant, so there is an item to turn in. But Willard is on the path upstairs. He has nothing else to check.
3 small keys.
Yeah, he's good on small keys. He's got plenty of safeties, plenty of he's got plenty of everything. So he is on track to finish this very shortly. Maybe not very shortly, but about 6-7 minutes. Maybe a little longer. Assuming everything goes well in here. Well, let's see what was on right side of Turtle Rock. What did we have over here? A green rupee and a piece of heart. So unless Willard decides to open up some chests upstairs in GT, we're probably not going to find out where that other bow is.
I'll get it and tell us.
He'll at least give us the area where it was.
Moldorm 2 fight there from Willard too.
You mean Lamo 2?
Or yeah, that one too.
I think you said Moldorm 2.
I'm just thinking ahead, so.
That's fair. Yeah, Willard's making pretty good work of this tower. We'll see if he checks anything upstairs. He might check a chest or two that's on his way. We'll see. He also might feel really behind right now because of that Mire death. He might think... Because you gotta remember, these runners don't know what's going on. They might be Willard might be thinking, Solski's about to finish. I need to run.
Yeah, you see him check that one chest there. Just gonna check this one as well. More arrows.
Well, Solski's approaching Trinex.
And quick kill on Landmo 2.
He reversed him.
That's fine. And just last 3 bombs, so...
Yeah, it's always an interesting feeling in all Dungeons Key Sanity when you feel like you pretty much full cleared the seed and you still didn't get silvers. Now, of course, not quite full cleared the seed. We still have a bunch of GT, but
yeah,
you still feel like you full cleared the seed. There's a double for Willard.
Ooh, these patterns are not kind.
No, they are not.
That's a little better.
There's green pendant for Solsky. I gotta imagine he'll turn that right in. But Willard's got Aga 2 down, and he's about to fight Ganon. Nearly complete inventory. We haven't seen a red boomerang or the silver arrows. That's about it. And here's the Ganon fight for Willard. Oh, didn't get the 1-1. Meanwhile, Solsky gets the other sword.
Thank you, Saha.
And Solsky's going to Eastern, which will get him a shovel, which will get him to the Desert Big. But Willard is to phase 3 of Ganon. Yeah, it definitely at this point looks like that bow and Hera basement really lack progression this seed.
Let's see where the other bow is.
Yep.
It was a GT.
Yep, he had to get that bow out of Hera basements.
So yeah, just routing wise, Willard just made the right choices, and fortunately, Solsky didn't.
Willard just got a few more spins to go.
Why don't you do it? Yeah. There we go. The biggest cook. Get those GGs to chat for Willard J. Bradley, the winner of today's race. Picking up 3 big points for his team, WJPDTB. Official race time. That GG time, 1 hour, 56 minutes, 54 seconds. Nicely done.
And Solsky is done at this point as he forfeit almost immediately after. Which I don't blame him. This was a bit rough on him.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll be joined by the runners here shortly, and we are joined now by the runner-up of the seed, Solsky. GG's.
Was it though? Was it though?
Oh,
yeah, we saw that. I saw the two of you talking in the race chat about this one a bit.
What a piece of trash! Yeah, that's gonna happen. I don't think there's really much to talk about. Like, we all saw what went wrong with that one. I didn't play too great on top of it, so
yeah,
better guy won. Pretty much it.
Yeah, it was partially, it was just partially just kind of unlucky. You know, like the biggest thing in the seed was, as you were talking about, Willard basically got lamp when he was going into Mire the first time. You didn't, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah, Dark Aga Tower was a little more rough than I expected. Actually, even like Old Man Cave was weird for some reason, because I got like fell in the pit and it just reset the bats weird. So it took me a while to find my bearings there, and then like the dark climb room, even like the first room, which I'm usually good at, was pretty rough. So I just pulled up my dark room map and I was like, oh yeah, that's what I gotta look for. So had some good gear to get through it, which was good, but just really time-consuming stuff to lose some bad minutes on, right? But Death at Viddy wasn't great. Did the cardinal rule of don't go north, because when he jumps, he'll extend his hitbox, right? So even though I wasn't near where he was, because he lifts up, he like just moves up super quick and just like snipes you. So I didn't have time for a spin. he just kind of ate me with his eye. So
Yeah. Well,
it was pretty rough. So
that ended up actually being a wash between the two of you because
yeah, I know you died too. So,
yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned.
Still,
it would have been nice to do it, but I don't like how I played this. I don't think it would have changed the thing because like again, Willard got the lamp early, I didn't. So like, when do I go back to like Desert Mire when I'm like going between where the keys are sending me? Like TR was early. I actually tried to go without a hammer. You guys probably noticed. I was like, oh wait, no, I need a hammer. I wish I thought about that for Swamp. That's
we saw. Story. Yeah, we saw you try to go into the Swamp Palace without the Clippers too. So, but that's
a classic mistake.
Yeah,
I haven't really touched the controller for a week, because Diablo. So
yeah. We actually at the time were thinking that the Vidi death might have actually could have been better for you because of that ice rod because it would have sent you back.
No, because the lamp, right? Like where the lamp ended up being, it was just once I saw lamp to fire rod where they were, and then to ice rod, it was like, well, I lost. So I just kind of played out the motions. I knew he was gonna finish in like 10 minutes. So
yeah, well, I mean, at the time, we didn't know how important that lamp would be, so we were kind of thinking that would at least send you back for that. So there was some hope at least at that point, but then
because then it just locks the scumbag bow, right? And you have that hierarchy forever. Where was Desert's key? Was it in TR or was it in
the Desert Small?
Yeah.
That was in Thieves Town.
The Desert
Town.
Yeah.
Where was Thieves Town's key? It was in Swamp, right?
Yes, Thieves Town key was in Swamp.
It was so weird. Like, I don't know if you guys picked up on that too. Willard probably could speak to it. You had like groups of keys in dungeons. Like I had Swamp's keys in Pod, and then I had these keys in Swamp. Gross.
We did notice that too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Speaking of which, Willard is now joining us.
Hey, sorry, I went and made a smoothie. This seed made me want to get up and walk away for a bit.
I don't blame you, man.
Yeah. I think Solsky also kind of agrees with that sentiment.
Like,
that's pretty trash.
I mean, when you're 3 hours, when you're 1 hour in and you only have 3 big keys, and you're like, where do I go? What? And you've cleared so much of the overworld. Like, I cleared literally everything, minus Ether Tablet and Pyramid Fairy, before heading up to GT. So I was like, I can't imagine after all of that the game's gonna also be like, all right, now go full clear GT for that Desert Big, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we were wondering for a bit, is if the Desert Big was going to be in GT. And like, I think it was the last 2 items you were looking for was Desert Big and Fire Rod. And each of you found one within like a few seconds of each other.
That Fire Rod was so elusive. I can't, I go into T-Rock, I'm like, it's gotta be in here, right? We have everything else. Nope. And then, I get the flippers, I'm just like hoping that this Fire Rod isn't like early in Pod or early in Eastern. And, I go through those dungeons, still no Fire Rod. I go through all the swamps, still no Fire Rod. Thieves Town, done, no Fire Rod. And I'm like, this Fire Rod's either going to be in, right side desert, shovel spot, or that awful Ice Palace big chest. And I'm just glad everything was in desert. But yeah, the seed was arguably... I mean, I've commentated 3 of these, and I've played 2 of these, and this was the worst one I've seen so far. And that's with a Gomo GT. Like, that says something, huh?
Yeah. Actually, thinking, kind of in a related note, I don't know how this is related, but Aga Tower, you did that, and then you just left the sword there for the longest time.
Yeah, I honestly I need some time to think. After that Vidi death, and then, I think that was after I went and did all of the T-Rock stuff, I think? Or was that... No, that was before.
You found a sword in TR, so...
Yeah. I don't know. I should have got it before I at least went to Ice Palace to make Cold Stare a little bit easier, but with... I don't know. I was just still hoping for a Fire Rod, so that going over to get that sword wasn't such an out of the way play, as opposed to... Because, I could route it in with getting getting Skullwoods done, but...
Fire Rod, I was looking for like 4 key items at that point. I was looking for Desert Big and Fire Rod, Ice Rod, Lamp, and Bow at that point. Like, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's... And it didn't really dawn on me until towards the end was like, you know what? Where was that bow again? Oh yeah, that was in Hera Basement. If Solsky did Hera without that fire source,
yep,
then that might have saved me. Because yeah, I didn't want to go into Mire at that time unless I had a fire source, because it's 4 items versus 6, and then or something like that. And then Desert gave me the lamp. I was like, oh, okay, good. And then I got the Mire big key and then died because of the text box popping up, made me stand on the spikes for an extra hit of damage. And then all of a sudden, boom, Samari and the big chest is like, I'm not equipped for this.
Yeah, that sucks, actually. I was like, maybe boots, maybe hammer, and then it was like, big key, red cane. I'm like, I was not expecting that. It felt like I stole Reddit because I went before West, right? So.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, actually, the early game was pretty interesting. Like, I think Willard had Dark World access at a pretty reasonable time. Solsky held on Eastern Death Mountain for as long as possible.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's keys, right? So it's like.
Yeah, I never want to go into Eastern.
Yeah.
Or Pod without the ability to like. It's one of those things. If you don't go into Eastern right away, then it's like one of the last things I'm gonna do.
Oh no, Solsky went to Eastern early. I was talking about Eastern Death Mountain.
Oh, okay.
Because those 2 gloves are there.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Oh yeah, another thing we noticed kind of is this actually technically was a logical Aga seed.
Yeah. Sure was, because of where that hammer was.
Yeah, I did it illogically too. It was great.
Did you also Kern jump?
No, I Jesus dashed across.
Yeah, you both grabbed the hammer and then did Aga almost right afterwards.
Well, it makes the most sense, because I hadn't done front of escape at that point, even though I knew it was in logic. And then getting the hammer, I was like, but then I was like, all right, let's do the front of escape. Okay, let's go. Let's not do Aga. Okay, let's go do Aga. Okay, I don't have any magic. So, I went and did the tree pull, and it gave me 4 sets of 4 bombs. So I was like, so I mirrored. I was like, no, let's commit. And then I killed a guard, and then pulled the tree, and then got magic and went for it, and then just skipped out on the sword for a while, for reasons.
Yeah, we noticed that part, and we're like, what are you doing?
Dude, I don't even know why I scheduled this race this early. My brain is not ready yet at noon for me. Because even early game, I was like, I'm going to farm, because this is the good prize pack, so I'm going to farm some bombs off these guards. And then I saved and quit, and then that resets your prize pack, I guess, because they were back at dropping hearts and fairies, so I was like, dang it.
And then you got 8 bombs off the crab.
And then 8 bombs off the crabs. Yeah, this seed was really rough, and I did not play well.
Same.
But I'm glad that I got us a win this week, and I'm more glad that I got to finally race my pal Solsky in a tourney race.
Can we play like a regular mode next time?
Like,
not this.
like mystery? That's a regular mode, right?
No, that is not a regular mode. That's like the anti-regular mode.
Okay, hard standard. You got it.
Yeah. That was another thing. Was like my head was like when I got that sword. That was another reason why I went so early. It was like, yeah, there's only 3 swords, and I got the 3rd one in TR. I was like, oh yeah, all 3 swords. Hell yeah! It's not SG Live settings for it.
Nope.
The free butter.
Oh,
yeah.
Where was the other sword?
The other one was
Green pendant.
Yeah, green pendant. Cash in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that wasn't happening.
Oh, that happened.
That wasn't Solsky. That wasn't happening, man. It's just there was no way. But yeah, that I guess really, So did you get your Mire late or something? How did you route West Dark World? Or no, you said you went to Mire before West Dark World. That's why.
I started routing Dark World at Mire. That was my first play in there.
Sweet.
Just with after Dark World Death Mountain, and then got the red cane, got the big key, got to Vidi, died, just pat positioning, and then did West, got the Mire. I was like, you know what, that's like Hera TR, right? And then didn't have a hammer, so I did, I think, Hera first? I don't know, guys, remind me. And then I was about to go to TR, I was like, I don't have a hammer, so I had to think about my options, like, it's gotta be pod, logically through Aga, right? So I did the Jesus dash over, got my hammer, I was like, alright, TR we go. So I just got my sword and went to TR, basically.
Gotcha.
So then I missed out forever on that lamp, right? Because then it's like from TR, because you get flips there, so now ice is logically in there, and I have hammer, do ice, I get swamps small key there, go to swamp, go to pod, because I have 5 pod small keys and the big key, which was in the dungeon again, like that Such a weird seed that way. And then
I was
Swamp
mad.
to Thieves to Mire, and does it again, right? And then it's just like rip.
It was just like one of those seeds where it really just wanted you to actually double dip every dungeon, kind of.
Yeah.
So when I was like, I don't really want to go into Mire for a few dips, and I don't want to go into Desert for just 2, but apparently that was the play. But yeah, GG's, man.
Yeah. But yeah, good game.
Yep.
GG's.
Yep. GG, you guys. We got a match coming up here, so we're gonna have to take off. GG's the runner. Always give our runners a follow, and my co-commentator also JP gives them a follow, and shouts to our trucker Sokol. Thanks for checking. Thanks for commentating with me today, JP.
Yeah, thanks for commentating with me as well. We do have to hop off. We do have the weekly open for Link to the Past Randomizer coming up in just a couple minutes, so stay tuned for that.
Have a good day, everyone.